Hi, this is Elena Kent. I am the Artistic Director of Theater. I wanted to answer a few questions for educators and teachers that would like to apply for the free performances of The Diary of Anne Frank held at Theater. One of the most common questions I'm getting is in our warning about the content. We do talk about that the Holocaust will be addressed, the atrocities of war, religious prejudice, and the sexual awakening of Anne Frank. Interestingly enough, educators are more concerned about the latter than the former. So we wanted to answer that question. Anne is a growing little girl who goes from 12 to 14 while she's at the annex, and her body changes, and she goes through puberty, and she starts to have feelings for boys, but she also is questioning her feelings for girls. So that's part of a monologue. It's one monologue in this beautiful, gritty, wonderful script where she is revealing her thoughts for Peter, who lives with her in the annex, but also thoughts she has had about her best friend and how she likes to look at pictures of nudes in her art history book of women. Normal feelings for 14-year-old girls that are spoken by Anne in the play, very beautifully spoken, very honest and raw. We feel it's important to keep this play completely intact without editing it, because then we approach a very fine line of censorship where really, if we are comparing the atrocities of the war with normal feelings of a 14-year-old child, and we're worried about the sexual feelings of a 14-year-old child, but we're not worried about talking about the atrocities of the Holocaust, I think we've missed a huge point of Anne's story. This story is not about the Holocaust. This story is about a family who is affected by the Holocaust. They are living in hiding for 2 years, which none of us really can wrap our brains around. So the effect of the Holocaust on Anne's family and the people living in the annex is what this story is about. We hope to open the eyes of our youth and our community in seeing a real family go through something we can't even imagine, and it doesn't have a good ending. And at the end, Otto Frank talks about the way each person in the annex died. The descriptions of how they died are far more disturbing to me than normal sexual awakening of a 14-year-old girl. So that is why, as an artistic staff, we decided we weren't going to edit. I think we do live in a society that has a lot of fear about talking about young people growing up and questioning their sexuality. But we want kids to feel normal, and we want them to see that Anne was normal, and we want our audiences to see that Anne was normal. So we're keeping that in. I think the concern here should be more about helping our audiences understand the great loss that Otto Frank suffered and the great loss that the world suffered at the hands of the Germans during the Holocaust. And the 6 million plus people that weren't just Germans, weren't just Jewish, they were different. They were gay, they were gypsies, they were different colors, different backgrounds, all persecuted because they were different. So that's the message, and that is why we're keeping the script as it is. If you have any other questions about the script or why we've made certain decisions on not editing, I'm happy to answer those, and you can email me at the email address found on our website. Thank you, and thank you for considering applying to be a school that it can be part of this incredible experience.